Alright, it is now Sunday, the next day. Now we're finally going to open up the valve covers. We're going to put Honda Bond on the water pump. Take off this hose here. Replace the O-ring. I have the replacement right here. Then we'll put Honda Bond on that, seal this shut. You know what? I think we might just start off with that because I want that Honda Bond to get nice and sealed. Because my plan is to hopefully start this car today. So we want that Honda Bond to get nice and dried. So let's go ahead and start up with that. Then we'll finally move on to the valve covers. I'm sorry, I'm leaving you to the end. Should have been the first thing. But we're going to get this shit done. No worries about that. So let me go ahead and pull out that O-ring. And there it is. And we'll get the new one. Place it on there. Throw Honda Bond and seal it. Alright, there it is. Brand new O-ring. I'm put Honda Bond all around the edge of the water pump. Even on this side. Even though it doesn't make contact, just in case it were to leak, it has a nice good seal. So I'm going to go ahead and apply it all over the case. Then we'll mount it and we'll torque it down to spec. Alright, there it is. This stuff is super good. It's used for Honda motorcycles. It's what they use to seal up their cases. And I'll tell you what, I was struggling to open up the old case. The one I just did Honda Bond here and Honda Bond here. I was fucking struggling to open the case and the oil pan. I even put Honda Bond on the top so it doesn't leak how this motor was leaking. And yeah, it had the that stuck to the frame, and I had to fucking rip it off. That shit works hella good. That is gonna make a perfect seal. I'm not even worried about it leaking because that Honda Bond, that's some Bond for sure. I wouldn't choose any of these fucking RTV silicones at all. Those are fucking garbage. I mean, I haven't used it personally, obviously, because they're still in the fucking box. I'd rather go with Honda Bond. It's recommended. I recommend it. Can't go wrong with it. Let's go ahead and throw it on there and grab our book of specs and spec it down. Alright, so it says water pump bolts, 104 inch-pounds. I already have it set to 104 inch-pounds. And I also have this one I kind of want to try out. But first we're going to torque these down with this one that I know that works. And then we'll check it out with that one. We'll see what's up. I don't know. I think it's for foot-pounds only. Not sure. There's got to be a way we got to set it to inch-pounds. Because yeah, there's different settings. I don't know. I got to play with this. Anywho, this one's set. Let's go ahead and move on to the valve cover now. One thing I just realized is we put the water pump without putting on the intake manifold. That's the whole reason why I moved that stud, so we won't struggle as much. But now let's go ahead and I cleaned the intake manifold, washed it off right now because it was on the old motor. I don't want any kind of debris to be flowing into this one from the old one. So there's my throttle body, and I washed all that out. Now I'm going to go ahead and take off the valve cover, take off the VTC screen, replace the screen, and spray this down. Prep it and spray it. Here's the screen. Go ahead and replace that one and clean this out real quick. Alright, there it is. Nice and clean. Brand new filter. Now I'll go ahead and install this back into there. And while we're at it, we'll add this O-ring to the pipe. Seeing how dirty the screens were, I decided to pull out the VTC solenoid. And I'm going to spray this down with brake cleaner. Clean this shit out. There it is, nice and clean. Man, this motor was not very well taken care of. I mean, other than it being stock, I don't think they kept up with the oil changes. This shit is filthy. Look at the oil that's coming out. I'm going to have to probably do a couple of oil changes in order for it to get fucking nice and clear. Oh well. Oh well. We'll stick this sucker back in. it is. And then now we'll finally move to the valve covers. Sorry, girl. Oh, the motor looks dirty, man. It looks filthy. Look at this shit. Well, a couple oil changes will fix that. Hopefully. This sucker is dirty. Yep, I'm gonna have to do a couple oil changes on this bitch for sure. Look at the valve cover. Man. I think I'm gonna pressure wash this valve cover. Then replace the seals. And paint it. Alright, so this thing is pretty much coated on there. Nothing's coming off. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just pop all these out and replace them. And then we'll mask everything. We'll mask that one and we'll mask this, and then we'll get it ready for paint. Sweet. So let me go ahead and pop these out and put in the replacement ones. Alright, everything is masked off. I just finished painting the intake manifold. Now I'm going to go ahead and do this one with the wrinkle red. So we'll go ahead and get started. Alright, I'm heating up the casing a little bit so the paint will stick.
In the back?
In the back.
I found this.
Alright, we're first going to spray it like this all the way around. Then we'll spray it like this. Then we'll spray it diagonal. And then we'll keep hitting it with the heat gun. We'll see what's up. And we'll continue doing that until it comes out good. Alright, so I went a little bit rogue. I already have the intake manifold mounted. Fresh paint, got the injectors in there. The manifold pressure sensor, the throttle body with the spacer already installed. I have the K-Tune spacer, knock sensor installed. Next thing we are going to do is have the valve cover, really. But the valve cover is still painting or drying. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna install the sandwich plate right now. I'm just getting this stupid little plastic piece off. So let me go ahead and flip this motor over so we can install that sandwich plate. Alright, I'm gonna just install this just like this. That way everything connects there and it clears everything. Surface is nice and clean. Sucker in here and we'll secure it down. Alright, and there it is. There is no restrictions in this sandwich plate. No restrictions whatsoever. So it wasn't this, it was the hydro lock that fucked my shit up. So let's go ahead and put the heat shield. I already have my custom made one because I had to cut it in order for the sandwich plate to fit correctly. See, otherwise it would hit it. But there it is. I'll go ahead and mount this. Alright, there it is. Take out these exhaust rags that I have in here. I don't know if I should clean those up. They are pretty filthy. Yuck. Valve adjustment is next. Alright, I'm going to do my valve adjustment real quick. My son's here helping me out. We're going to go ahead and adjust this one real quick. A little bit more. A little bit tighter, but we are getting there. Right, motor is coming together. Check it out. Sucker looks clean. I haven't cleaned up the exhaust ports a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but just at the bottom flow. And I think we just got to put on all the accessories, mount the transmission, spark plugs, coil packs, and we're almost there. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Sweet. Ew, they didn't even drain the oil. Look how dirty this shit is. What do you think, Dad? Hey, no, wait. Don't get that full of oil. Wait, you're gonna get your hand full of oil. Alright, I gotta go. Alright, I pretty much have the whole motor built already and assembled. What I am doing right now is I just put on the easy valve and spark plugs, coil packs. Put in this one here. And what I am doing is I put out the throwout bearing already on the transmission. Cleaned up the boot. Put new synthetic high temp grease. I know it's for brakes, but it's high temp silicone grease. And that's what we need for here and for the little knob. And we're going to go ahead and put in the seals. This one's going to go here. And that one's going to go on the other end, right over here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit those in with the rubber mallet. Alright, there it is. Both of the rear transmission seals are in there. Nice and flushed. And shoot, I think the last piece is mounting the transmission to the engine. I think we're pretty much set. Other than the wiring harness. But that will come when we mount the transmission in there. But before we do that, we have to drop the motor and mount the clutch, the flywheel, pressure plate, which is sitting right over here in the corner by itself. But we have pretty much everything on here. I think we're gonna call it a wrap already for tonight. There's no more parts to install. Starter has to go in when we put in the transmission, so I guess that will do it for now. Looks pretty good, coming out good. Can't wait to install her. I really thought it was gonna happen today. I guess not. It's usually how everything works. But anyways, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.